war in Ukraine at the end of August. Ukraine announced that it had finally succeeded in penetrating Russia's first line of defense, after retaking the small village Robotyne in southern Ukraine. This significant advance coincided with threat a Russian mercenary group to stop fighting for Russia on the front lines of village, and may be a sign greater anti-Kremlin sentiment among those fighting for Moscow. Ukrainian soldiers of Skala Battalion entered the fighting village of Robotyne in Zaporizhia region on August 25, 2023. That same day, fighters belonging to the Russian mercenary group Rushich threatened to lay down their arms. Robotyne has been rescued. Ukraine's Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar said on August 28. Although the small village with a pre-war population of less than 500 was of little importance on its own, it is located on a strategic road to Tokmak, the road and rail hub occupied by Russia. From here, another route leads to key city Melitopol, known to Ukrainians as the gateway of Peninsula before Russia's illegal annexation Crimea in 2014. Last week's victory was therefore an important advance for Ukraine. But just fighters from Rushich, a small Russian neo-Nazi paramilitary group stationed on Robotyne's front, had threatened to lay down their arms. This may have contributed to Russia's painful loss there. Rushich explained on Telegram on August 25 that official reason for threat to lay down arms is that Yan Petrovsky, one of group's top commanders and founding members, faces detention in Finland and extradition to Ukraine. The government did not do much about it. Petrovsky, a dual Russian-Norwegian citizen, founded Rushich in 2014 to participate in Russia's invasion of Donbass and is believed to have been a contractor for the Wagner Group at one point. The suspect, who is facing various terrorism-related charges in Ukraine, risks being sentenced to between 15 and 20 years in prison if extradited. In a series of messages intercepted by Anti-Fascist European Research Project, Rushich members expressed their disappointment at the treatment of them by Russian authorities. If country cannot protect its citizens, why should the citizen protect country? Someone asked. According Institute for War Studies, the group does indeed seem to be operating near Robotyne in western Zaporizhia Oblast, describing it as a critical area of the front line where Russian military command would probably not be able to accommodate any units to rebel and refuse to conduct combat missions. Shortly after publishing the ISW analysis, Robotyne crashed into Ukraine. There was no official confirmation from either Rushich or the Russian Defense Ministry that the group's fighters had stopped fighting. That could be a believable scenario. According to Jeff Horn, a non-resident researcher at the Washington, D.C. BASED think tank New Lines Institute and an expert on Russian military issues, he said the odds that the mercenaries would lay down their weapons were